Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Nvidia and US Steel. The symbol is X on that one. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames, and we use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So let's get right into Nvidia. Let's go to the daily. And right now it's holding up okay. We're back into this trend line. We're holding the 250 retrace, and let's see if we could crack the trend line, or do we go right back up to double top and maybe, just maybe shoot for the $100 area. If the markets do rally in the next couple of days to 20,000, stocks can be euphoric. They might all start moving up, so beware of that. So if you start to add short this one, or if you are short this one, just stick around for this, and I'll show you why in a second on the monthly time frame. But right now, holding up okay. If it does start to move down, next level, I believe this little pivot down in here around 84, 85. But short term, maybe 78, 60. But we got to break this pivot first, and we got to see what pattern, or it could just fall into it tomorrow and the next day. I don't know. So just keep an eye on this one. Keep an eye on volume. See if it starts picking up. On the bigger volume days, that's when you get a little more selling. But you get a nice push up on volume with the SPY and the IWM, and they get some volume coming in. Maybe some more hedge funds or money managers buying up everything at the highs. It's just kind of crazy. I don't know. I'd wait for a pullback if that was me, but that's me. Weekly chart for Nvidia, again, nothing terrible. You have a little tail here, little inside bar pattern setting up on top of this trend line. So let's see if we can hold the 250 retrace. If it does really start to come down, the markets come in. I mean, this thing can be at 73, maybe even 67, possibly even to this 50 MA, wherever that might be, around maybe 55 bucks or something. So just beware. And the other reason why the monthly chart is stretched, so as far as you're away from all these moving averages and it keeps moving up, eventually it's got to come back towards them. And it's just a matter of picking these things off. But on a monthly chart, this will take time. This will take a couple months coming in. So you got to be patient with these trades. Puts are tough. Calls don't. Writing calls, it works on these two. You'd have to write it up right when right when it moved up a couple times. Daily chart. I mean, you could have wrote a call right here. Double top, right? 4 days up. You got a probably decent premium. Write them a month or two out. Maybe in the money, maybe a little bit out of the money. But yeah, these should come in. This should come in pretty nice in the next month or so, in my opinion, guys. Following the chart. But again, it's okay. We are below the 20 MA. You got to keep an eye on that too. Let's look at X. X, same thing. This just had a heck of a move, and moves like this, a retrace is coming up. So you got to be really careful with these. If you get a run up from 17 to almost 40, you got to take some profits. I mean, and that's the bottom line, guys. This thing hits some trend line here, hits the 39 even number, going for the 40, never made it there because all the technical guys are waiting at the 40. Where I'm just slowly adding this thing goes up, and then you miss the trade and you get a nice pullback. Right now, we're in the money on the trade already, and we got a 3-day pullback, and maybe we'll get 2-3 more days, come down into the gap fill down 31 bucks or so, and we'll sell half and maybe try to get another buck or two. I'm still thinking we can fill this gap and maybe fill this gap around 28.73. If the markets stay buoyant, do we get a shallow pullback and we go up? Right now, there's really no pattern other than a couple days down, which shows a little bit weak, but we came in a good resistance. Expect a pullback. Do we go all the way back into this area, or do we stop here and start moving up again? That's what we have to wait for. Weekly chart showing pretty much the same thing. We had a little tail up here, a little reversal. Let's see where we close on a weekly basis. I mean, if we close down in here around 30 bucks, then man, I'd expect lower prices. But again, it's only it's early in the week. Let's see what the rest of the week brings. Monthly chart though, a little bit stretched, and this was the other big thing too. You're almost in a double top. You're into this trend line. 200 MA, even number 40. You got to start taking. If you're not short this thing, up in this area, we started adding. We're about a buck in the money right now, so we're doing pretty good. And yeah, we're going to see if we can get another couple bucks, and we'll be out. We will be done with X, and that's what we do. Just short-term positions, boom, boom, take the money and run. Good trading areas. You might get a $10 pullback in this one. Who knows? Too far, too fast. That's it. Kind of like this. Look at this. Up, sideways, bullish pattern here. Pops up a couple months, and then boom, just slaughters everyone. Boom, boom, pops up. Right? The great resistance. What do you think's going to happen? So you got to be pretty careful with these guys. So. And then what else can we look at? Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon's just kind of, what was it down today? $8.54. I was watching this one on a 10-minute. Nothing too exciting, but you know, nice retrace back up, comes back. 750 retrace, comes back up, kind of holds into this area, gets above the 20 MA. So technical or technicians, it's slightly bullish, but now we're closed on top of the MA. So let's see if it slowly starts bleeding. You know, we came in, bounced up, came down, kind of just another shallow retrace. It's getting worse and worse. And now it's shallow. Does it roll over and come right into the 200? We have good support down in here, guys. Don't get me wrong. So even if it goes down maybe 40 bucks, you know, if the markets are going, then you know you're probably looking at the 709, 710 area. So on Amazon, but right now not bad. You are below the 50 and kissing the 20, so it's kind of a 50-50 shot when it goes up or down. But after runs like this, guys, I think everything's still going to pull back a little bit. You know, and this is the other reason too. On the weekly, we have a bearish pattern setting up. We're below the 20 MA. We've been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 weeks sideways here. You know, we get another week or 2 or 3 or 4 more weeks of this same action, we're probably going to head down. But if that pattern fails, we probably attack the all-time highs, maybe even go to 880. You know, for all your longs. The longs, you get back up in here, you're looking at double top. You got to get through double top first and then confirm. But man, as long as we're underneath, first step is above the 20 MA here. Let me zoom in. 20 MA, you know, right in this area here, right around the 779.02. Right there. So we got to get above that. We aren't. So as long as it's doing this consolidation, if it goes another couple weeks, and I'm expecting lower prices come the new year on Amazon, but that's me. Earnings would come up, so that's a 50-50 shot. So, but that's not for a little while. I'd expect this thing to pull back a little bit more. If the markets do, you're going to see a little bit more of a pullback. If the markets stay buoyant, you get maybe down to 709, 700. But again, it's not. It's doing okay. Everything's kind of a market trade, guys. If the SPY and everything goes down, all these things will go down. If the SPY and everything keeps moving up, like the Dow or the Qs, then everything should start pushing up. So it's really, that's why I call it a market trade, and we go from there. So. All right, well, that's a couple stocks I want to take a look at and share my thoughts with using technical analysis. But again, guys, thanks for watching my videos. Come join me on YouTube on my live streams during intraday action. We'll possibly do one tomorrow, so just heads up there. If you get an email or something coming by, bring a symbol. We'll take a look at them and try to figure out which way these stocks will go, guys. All right, thanks again for coming to watch my video, and I really appreciate it, guys, and God bless, and we'll see you on the charts.